I'm not gonna cry for this. It's too early. Hallo Leute, ich bin Mary und willkommen auf meinem Kanal. Hello everybody, my name is Mary and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I make a video every single day, so push that subscribe button and don't forget to turn on notifications for my channel so you never miss a video. I also just quickly want to mention my Patreon because I do have deleted scenes, behind the scenes, early access, polls and things like that on my Patreon. If you want to check it out, that is going to be in my description box down below, so check it out if you'd like. In today's video, I am really excited because we have reached the episode 5 mark of season 3 of Dark, and I mentioned this in my previous videos, but this is where I anticipate things will start to really fasten up. Before we do get started, since season 2 I have changed my filming room and I'm now in a really bright room. I have 2 big lights in front of me, so sometimes that makes things hard to see what is going on in a dark scene. So oftentimes I'll have to rewatch those scenes just to see what's going on. All right, we're gonna watch episode 5. I've got my notebook ready. If you see me writing down, that's why. Also, somebody else mentioned, why don't I ever include the montages? The montages always have copyrighted music, and whilst they're good, I don't want to jeopardize my channel. I already have 1 copyright strike, and if I breach that strike 2 more times, my channel gets deleted. So please stop asking me why I don't include music in my videos, because I'm never gonna do that. I'm never gonna add the montages. I will talk about them if the montage has a specific scene that is quite, you know, interesting or whatever else. I'll talk about it in the discussion, or I will include it in the deleted scenes package on my Patreon, but I'm never going to jeopardize my channel and just put it up. I just thought I would address that really quickly as well, because I do get that question quite a lot. So I'm officially ready to start watching episode 5. So let's do it. Oh, this is Claudia. Probably has no idea Tronte did that. What is Adam doing with Charlotte? They're still sleeping in that single bed. I love this so much. Beautiful. All right, this is where I can't see Scheiße. What is going on? It is really dark and there is glare. I literally still can't see Scheiße. Oh, 2 Claudias, of course. Of course there'd be 2. What?
Ja. Nichts gefunden.
Whew, I'm not gonna cry for this. It's too early. She shouldn't have to, you know, she's just a little girl, Eva.
Du hast gedacht, du kannst ihm trauen. Aber das kannst du nicht. Wem? Jonas.
Now Jonas isn't to be trusted. Love it when Jonas leads the way. Ouch.
Mist.
Oh. She got the scar.
Ist nicht schlimm, ist nur ein kleiner Kratzer.
He recognizes that as the martyr that approached him right after his martyr was killed. Unless Eva knew that he'd see the scratch and that would trigger him to go back to her. Like, you literally just don't know. It's gotta be Peter Doppler. I'm glad we're finally getting to see how Peter and Charlotte met, because, I mean, it's season 3 and we never knew that up until this point.
Was machst du hier?
Meine Mutter ist gestorben.
Okay, now
Vater lebt hier.
that. Interesting.
Bis vor ein paar Tagen wollte ich mich mal wusste, wer mein Vater ist.
Wow.
Wann ist mir jemanden von den Toten zurückholen?
Wie soll das funktionieren?
Man muss sie holen, bevor sie gestorben sind.
Charlotte, you've just met the guy. Don't freak him out.
Charlotte.
Nice. I'm so glad because I really want to know who Helga's mum is and how the hell did they manage to conceive Peter. Oh, oh my God!
Wohnst du hier alleine? Ob du hier alleine wohnst?
Oh my God. Oh God, oh God, no, 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 please, no, please, no, no, God. No, 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 oh my God. Oh. You got this, baby. You can kill that son of a bitch. Oh my God, no. Oh God. Oh, Peter. Oh my God. Oh, this is so painful to watch. No, no, no. Oh my God. Oh wow. Oh my God. This is the moment that this is the moment I wanted to know about. How did future Elisabeth become who she is? And I know now, this is it. This is the turning point. And this is the moment that Noah was talking about. This is the moment he comes into her life and starts to take care of her. Und ich meine.
Jonas, du wirst ihn leiden müssen und dich später gegen ihn stellen. Woher soll ich wissen, was ich tun muss? Es steht alles da drin. Wir werden uns wiedersehen. In deiner Welt.
In deiner
Bald.
Welt.
Halt, warte!
Warte.
Jonas? Was, wenn es die Wahrheit ist?
Ich bin falsch hier.
Every time he says this is wrong, Marta just goes in for a kiss. Oh, like, you know, if I was Jonas, I would want to stay with the old Marta because she's the one that's alive. And we know that there's no saving the previous Marta. Oh my God, is she gonna kill her mom or something?
Ich will dir nicht wehtun.
Would she kill
Ich
her
hab es
mom?
gleich gewusst. Am nächsten Tag in der Anstalt. Woher kenne ich sie?
Oh my gosh.
Was haben sie da gesagt?
If Helene gets away, Katarina's screwed. Because Helene's gonna report it. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Did she just kill her mama? Oh no. She's behind you. Oh no. Oh God. Is she serious?
Ich hab dich weggemacht. Ich hab dich weggemacht.
Oh my God. And her mother is some crazy bitch. Jesus. What sad, terrible fates Ulrich and Katharina have had. Absolutely insane. How is there no one around? Like, does no one take this path? Ulrich is gonna be so worried for her when she doesn't return. And that's why Katharina didn't travel through time until season 3. Oh, Mikkel's grown up. Oh my God. How haunting. From the end to the beginning, she was always a terrible mother. She knows what she did. Oh my God, really? What a bitch. It's so fucking sad. So sad. And there's the coin. Poor Ulrich. Poor Ulrich. You have accomplished what you were sent to this world for. Oh my God, there are too many martyrs in this room. What the fuck? What is going on? Are they gonna kill Jonas? Oh God. Oh my God, you guys, I was expecting big things from this episode and it did not fail. It was so huge from beginning to end. I was just completely captivated. Everything was happening all at once. I was trying to keep track of it all. But overall, I think this episode really showed us how certain characters came to be who they are today, what motivates them, why they think and do the certain things that they think and do. And I think we really saw that in Elisabeth. I knew that something had happened to her. There was a pivotal moment in her life that changed her. And I finally got to see that in this episode. And it was completely chilling. It was triggering. They needed a trigger warning for that one, I think. But then, of course, that would have been a spoiler, but still, it was such a hard scene to watch. I don't think I've ever been so uncomfortable. That scene really, really shook me. And now we finally know how Peter died. Of course, Noah from the 1920s alluded to the fact that he was going to die soon. So we did all see that coming. I guess we just didn't know it was going to happen in this episode. We also got to see more of Katharina's abusive childhood, her abusive upbringing, and we get to learn what made Katharina Katharina. It's actually quite a shock and quite a mystery that she turned into the loving and caring mother that she turned into be, considering what she had to deal with. She ultimately broke the cycle of abuse. She's still quite rough and cold, but she is nothing like her mother, and that is a huge achievement. So she should be really proud of herself, of the person she turned out to be, given her circumstances. I do really hope that young Katharina somehow manages to emancipate herself from the abuse that she is experiencing from her mother. Katharina's mum was a crappy mum from the beginning till the end of Katharina's life. And yeah, it's really, really, really sad. I also hope they don't leave older Ulrich's story to just end after Katharina dies. I do want to know what happens to older Ulrich at some point as well, because we saw Mikkel again. Mikkel returned in this episode with Ines, so I don't think that's the last we'll see of the 1980s timeline involving Ulrich and Mikkel. So I'm excited to see that one wrap up as well. I'm excited to see what ends up happening to Ulrich. Does he find out that Katharina dies? I don't know how he would find out. Maybe he could potentially find a coin, and that could kind of turn the cogs in his head to kind of piece together what happened, because obviously he knows about Helene albers. He knows how abusive that she was to Katharina whilst she was growing up, of course, because they're childhood sweethearts. And he's a smart man, even when he doesn't know the full story, as we saw with little Helga. He just goes in and tries to kill people anyway. So based on that, he might figure something out and want to kill Helene as well. I don't know if I'm saying her name right, by the way. I don't know if it's Helene, Helena. So if someone wants to correct me in the comment section, please do. And you know, the scene with Jonas when Marta shot him, I was really expecting that. I anticipated that was happening. Of course, Eva alluded to that happening moments before it did, but because it happened already in the original world where Marta was shot, I completely saw that happening with Jonas also being shot in this alternative world. It wasn't a huge shock for me. It was, of course, still very, very sad to see, but I don't think that this is the last we'll see of Jonas. As the older Claudia said when Noah first shot her, she's not really dead. She's just somewhere in a different timeline. People don't really die on this show even when they die. Their characters still live. So that's what I'm going to be excited to see, another version of Jonas somewhere out there doing his thing. And you know, I was starting to wonder when Jonas would actually start to question what he is being told to do, because he's constantly being told by either Eva or Adam to do things, to stop the apocalypse. He must do this, he must do that. But every time he follows their orders, something goes wrong, and it just turns out that they were betraying him and they were lying to him. So I'm really glad we got to see him defying them. But at the same time, it looks like rebelling is what he was always meant to do. So it's almost so futile. It's like no matter what Jonas does, destiny has already been written out. If he thinks that, yeah, I'm gonna rebel, that's what he was always meant to do. If he retracts and thinks, oh no, that's what I was meant to do, I was meant to rebel, so I shouldn't rebel, that's what he was ultimately going to end up doing. So it doesn't matter what he ends up deciding. Whatever he does, it's so futile. And if I were Jonas, I would feel so defeated. There's literally nothing he can do. He can't trust anyone. He can't even follow what he thinks is the right thing to do, because that ends up turning around on him. It is literally an endless cycle, and it's a hard spot to be in. I don't envy Jonas and I don't envy Marta. And over in 2023, we saw the dark matter and some of the guys entered into the dark matter. So I'm keen to see episode 6 because I want to know what happens when they enter that dark matter, the God particle. I also want to know more about Peter's mom. That's been a huge question mark throughout the whole entire series. I mentioned it when I first saw Helga start to kind of lose his mind, which was in the 1980s when he was like middle-aged at that time. And he didn't have any kids, he didn't have a wife or anything like that. So I do want to know more about Peter's mom and how exactly Helga and Peter's mom got to know each other, really. We also didn't see Hannah in this episode, but I expect we'll be seeing her soon because last we saw her, she was in the 1950s. She didn't go ahead with the abortion, but she didn't want to stay in the 1950s. So I also hope we get to see her in episode 6. Please also do leave your comments about this episode in the comment section below with no spoilers. I really do appreciate your consideration. Do give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it because it really helps me out. And if you want to, you can check out my Patreon for extra content, behind the scenes, deleted scenes, and early access videos. Thank you so much for watching this episode with me. It was such a good one. I'm so excited for episode 6. So I will see you guys in my next video. Auf Wiedersehen.